Welcome back to our course, Introduction to the Java Programming Language, a presentation of Coding Boot Camps. We're still in session 5, Writing Methods. In this video, we are going to discuss the scoping of variables and data. So scope in computer programming is very important. It really, if we want to sum the whole thing up, it's about data visibility. So scope of a variable is part of the program where the variable can be accessed. So depending on where we actually declare the variable is going to determine what its visibility will be throughout the program to member methods. All identifiers have some kind of a scope. Java programs also are organized in the form of classes, and every class is part of some type of a package. So right there you have some kind of a path for each class. So member variables or class level variables are declared within the class itself, and they are outside of any methods, and they can be accessed anywhere in the class. So int A is a class variable, string B is a class variable, and char C is a class variable, and they are available to all of these methods. These variables are accessible regardless of their declared visibility. So even though this is a private string, any method within this class can still access string B. So we declare class variables anywhere in the class, just as long as it's outside of methods, and access specified of a member variable does not affect the scope within the class. So if it's declared as private, members in the class can still access that class level variable. And public members can be accessed, and also private members can also be access provided that the class is instantiated and the rules are followed. And then there are also local variables. So variables declared inside of a method have method level scope and cannot be accessed outside of the method. So we can see here, this is obviously not class level. So int x here is only accessible within method 1. If we created another method 2 and tried to access x, we would get an error that it's an undeclared variable. Also, loop variables. So anytime you see the brackets, it's a pretty safe bet that the brackets are determining scope. So a variable declared inside a pair of curly braces in a method has scope only within those curly braces. So some important points about variable scope in Java. In general, a set of curly braces defines scope. Very true. In Java, we can usually access a variable as long as it was defined within the same set of brackets. Any variable defined in a class outside of a method can be used by all methods in that class. When a method has same local variables as a member variable, there is a special keyword. This keyword can be used to reference the current class variable. We'll actually see an example of this keyword, and it means the same thing as it does in C++. For a variable to be read after the termination of a loop, it must be declared before the body of the loop. So please take a look at the lab. We're going to take a look at some scoping in the lab, and please stay tuned for our next video.